microphone. Let me.
Hey, that would be the next level. He's gonna get his head waxed.
Hey, and welcome again to Yeah or Nah. I'm Jedi, this is Jerome.
Yep.
This is week 2 of Project 1, starting a business in 12 weeks.
Yep. 11 weeks to go. Plenty of time.
Yeah.
11 weeks.
11 weeks is more than 10 weeks.
Yeah.
But it can be. Anyway, we're happy to say that we've landed on a business idea.
Yes.
Off the bat, it's not the idea that I wanted to go with in the beginning.
We had a few. We had 11 ideas.
Not to say that it's a dumb idea. There was just other ones that I thought were more exciting. But in the end, what it came down to was making it relatable. A lot of people have simpler business ideas or less complex ones, I should say. If we take you through that sort of journey with a less complex business idea,
Yeah.
we felt that you would be able to follow it easier. And it'll be easier to
bit more
describe
simple
those and
idea.
explain those and even practice those, since
Yeah.
this is a first for us with a simpler idea. Also, you're going to have to bear with us through the next few weeks because for obvious reasons, we can't outright tell you what the idea is just yet. We will try to give you as much info as possible without divulging too much. But like we say, the good news is that the business idea is a simple one. We can say that it's a consumable product.
Yeah.
That in itself makes it easier as opposed to if we were to build an app that provides a service.
Yeah.
We sort of already know if it's something that people consume, we know
Yeah.
where we need to go with it already.
And we kind of want to, at the end of the 12 weeks, have our product in the hands of someone that is consuming it. So whereas if it was a digital service or a technology piece, there's kind of a lot of work before potentially getting that in the hands of people that are going to get some value out of it.
And in fact, the more that it evolves, it looks like this particular idea will be, sort of like a guinea pig thing for us, guinea pig project. Okay, so back to not being able to tell you everything about it. Just bear with the blanks when we name the product. Just like that.
They might be able to lip read. Yeah, here I am saying the business name.
Ready? Your mum. Yeah, anyway, things to think about when landing on your idea. Obviously, there's a lot. One of those things is the law of diffusion of innovation. It sounds like a big name, but it's actually quite simple. So this law or this theory seeks to explain why, how, and at what rate new ideas and technologies are diffused or dispersed out in society. How they are adopted over time by certain people, and at what stages those certain people will pick up this new idea or this innovation. So it's fairly simple. You've got the first set of people, which are the innovators. They make up 2.5% of the population. These are the people that line up in front of the stores to buy the latest iPhone or the next video game.
Not me. You wouldn't do that.
I might for a video game. That's another point, is that you and I will sit in different categories at different parts of our lives, or depending on the product.
Yeah.
We don't just sit in
So
one
you
place.
you might be an innovator or an early adopter for a game, and I might be, well, I'm not an innovator for a phone, but
Innovative for like getting a wax, a full body wax.
speaking of which,
Yeah, so the 2.5% are those people, like we say, that are the ones that are willing to try new things straight away, and they like being the first to do something. The next lot of people, the 13.5% of the population, are the early adopters. Okay, they wait a little while after the lines have died down at the shop, the product has matured a bit, but they still get the pleasure of making use of the product at the early stages.
Yeah.
They're still
Before
early to
the majority.
party. Yeah, before the majority. Which are the 34 or the first 34% of the population, the early majority. So these are the people that pick up or jump on the bandwagon when the product is more widely known. It's spread through society a bit more. And then after that, you've got another 34%, which are the late majority. They're similar, but they're a bit more cautious. They wait for things to drop in price.
You're going to wait for the large portion of people in the population to try it all out, make sure that it's all proven.
Yeah, bugs are fixed by this time.
And then they go, cool, okay, yeah, perhaps we do this.
Yeah,
and then they jump on board.
Yeah. And then the last 16% are the laggards. So these are like, when I was learning about it, I think of the old people that don't want to jump on Facebook or don't want to use smartphones.
Yeah.
They're the most reluctant, but will finally one day buy into the innovation. But there are some that won't at all as well.
Yeah.
You got to think about that.
Could be someone that actually just uses a Nokia. Do you know anyone? Well, I don't know. I don't know if people.
Simon-
Is Nokia still? You might use an old Nokia phone.
Yeah. So the reason why it's good to understand this sort of thing is that so you can tailor your strategies, your marketing strategies to cater to those different groups at different stages of your product.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of saying like you don't want to go in and pitch your product to the late majority. So find out who the late majority is, and then you go and start marketing to them. But if the early adopters and the innovators haven't picked up on it, and then the early majority hasn't picked up on it, then that late majority are going to be like, what are you talking about? I'm not going to run with your new product or your new idea or your new whatever it is.
Naturally, we want to market it to as many people as possible, get it out to the masses. But the strategy actually, according to this theory, should be to market to the few at the beginning.
The innovators will influence the early adopters, and then they will influence the majority. But we've got to go through that process to get the biggest impact, I guess.
Yeah. Like I say, that's good to know so that you can tailor your approach and your strategy. Or it's good to know so that you can have a strategy in the first place. Yeah, so that's the law of diffusion of innovation. That leads us to another methodology, Lean Canvas.
Yeah, Lean Canvas. This is about now that we've got an idea at the very early stage. So we've only kind of decided on the concept of it. We're going to go through. People know business plans, and this is a business planning tool.
Massive.
Yeah, massive, like 20, 30 pages sometimes. And people will go through and go through a business plan and then decide at the end that it's not a viable business. What the Lean Canvas does is it takes out the noise and the rubbish around a business plan and allows you to work through the different areas that are important to understand about your business. So I'm going to go through the different areas of a Lean Canvas. The tool that we're using is leanstack.com, which is basically a digital tool to be able to enable us to work on one Lean Canvas at the same time. You can either use the digital tool or which you have to subscribe to, or you can just use a template. So we've got templates available. If you want one, let us know in the comments. So there's 9 different areas. And with the Lean Canvas, there's a way to complete it, and you kind of should really start with problem and customer segment. So problem is, what is the problem that you're solving for your customers? And your customers are the customer segment. So who is it that you're actually targeting? So once you've got the problem defined and you've got your customer segments, you then look at your revenue stream. So where are you going to be able to source your revenue from? Is it from simple purchases? Is it subscriptions? Is it online? Is it through sponsorship? Then you look at your solution. So what is the solution to the problem that you've defined? Then you have your UVP or unique value proposition. Yeah, so it's a single, clear, compelling message that turns an unaware visitor into an interested prospect. What's unique about this particular idea and your solution that you have? 6 is channels. This is about how you plan on getting your product to market. So what are the ways that you're going to distribute your product or your service to the market? Is it going to be online? Is it going to be in face-to-face, etc.? Then we go into key metrics. How do we know that the business is doing well? What sort of KPIs are you going to have in place, and what is going to matter for you to be able to measure and say, cool, we know that we're on track? 8 is cost structure. What are the fixed and what are the variable costs involved in your business? We need to understand the costs to see if it's going to be a viable business, if it's going to be profitable at all. And then we're going to look at unfair advantage, so something that cannot be easily copied or bought. So unfair advantage is about finding something that no one else can copy. Is there anything unique about your business that no one else can copy? And it could be the people in the business, the experience.
If you want us to expand on something, because that was very brief, let us know in the comments and we can do more in-depth videos about them.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of resource that we use that is just out there, online, on YouTube, on the internet, and we can send that to you. We can send the templates that we've got, as we've talked about in previous videos. So just let us know in the comments. But that brings us to a close for that section. I think one of the more recent videos was our video about Project Zero, which has been transformed.
Yes.
Which is done through FitMums.
But what is also
Get
happening...
my sanity back.
What is also happening besides Jedi getting his sanity back is that, well, he first needs to get a... we do, but I've been through this before,
This is
so it's not as
this
exciting.
is not Jerome's first rodeo. So he's done this before.
It's not as
In fact,
exciting.
he likes getting these...
I do not like getting this done, but I like seeing other guys go through the same pain and the same awkwardness that I've had to go through before. So Jedi's getting a wax and a tan. Which is going to be
It's
awesome.
still up in the air.
Now, if you haven't seen the post that went up earlier, all we need is 1,000 likes. 1,000 likes. So,
Yeah.
so like
We
our
set the
page,
bar really
like
high.
the post.
So that
I don't think it's that high. I think that you guys can like this stuff and push it out there so that Jedi will go live with his wax, and you want to be, it's going to be entertaining. It's going to be entertaining if you can see this guy under the pressure, the pain, the awkwardness of getting a wax or a tan. gonna be hilarious.
So we don't know if that will happen.
It is gonna happen.
Especially if we don't get the.
It will
amount
if we
of
get
likes.
1,000. You
Yeah.
can't pull out. So if we get 1,000 likes, that's it. It's happening. Yeah. So share that post, like our page, follow us, and yeah, let's be entertained.
Yeah.
That's Project Zero, Transform 2020.
Also, just as exciting, Project 2, which we've been throwing hints out about and talking about. You're probably wondering when are these guys are going to do it. Hurry up. It's still coming. There's a bit of groundwork and idea planning that we have to go through. It's going to be a lot of fun. You'll see more of the Tyree kids, Drome's kids.
Yes.
You'll see my kid in there.
It's gonna be a test subject.
Yeah, the way that it came about, right? So Baby Shark, the hint was Baby Shark. Our idea is to try and create our own viral kids video. It's probably not the first time it's been done, but we're going to learn and test our theories on how it all works and our ideas for it.
Yeah.
The original Baby Shark video is sitting at about 2.3 billion views.
I think the challenge is not just coming out with the creative side of that. It's the understanding how we get it out
There's
there.
a strategy behind it.
Yeah.
Well, that's another interesting point.
I
is
think there's a
that-
bit of luck still. I think there's still a
Yeah,
bit
exactly.
of timing and luck. So it's
with
kind
all
of
the educational videos out there about how viral videos are made
Yeah.
and how they happen, it's very apparent that a lot of the viral videos just happen by chance.
Yeah.
They weren't planned.
yeah.
They just happen. And
Yeah. Well, so I guess we're going to try to take the learnings that they've got. So there'll be a little bit of
Yeah.
strategy that we're going to try and implement, but there's going to be a bit of luck and a bit of hard work. We're going to do what we can to push it out there, but
Yeah. But it's about learning as well.
Yeah.
Learning for ourselves how it can happen. Can you even manufacture it? The way that idea came about was exactly that. My son watched it. We thought that he wouldn't get into it, but they played it at his daycare, and then he just wants to watch it 24/7.
do they play it over and over again, or do
There
they,
is
like, play
there are
it
YouTube
once?
videos of 1 hour loops of that song. Just
Yeah.
that song, which is, I don't know, 2-3 minutes long.
Yeah, but
looped for an hour.
at his daycare, did they play it over and over again, or did they play it once and then he was like
No,
he wants to hear it again, or did
part of it was they played it, they did the actions.
Mm.
The other kids that already knew the actions were doing it, having so much fun, and then my son's like, "Oh, this is cool. I want to,
Yeah, see, so there's a bit of a science to it.
Yeah.
As much as there is luck, there's still a bit of a science to it.
Well, it is luck to begin with.
Yeah.
But if we can break
Science
down
to
the science
continue it.
behind it, try to mimic it, and
Yeah.
and manufacture that, then
Well, that's Project 2. That is Project 2. So
Yeah.
that's going to be... yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that one.
So that's us for this video. Hope you enjoyed that one. Hope
Yes.
you took something away from it. Yeah. Just don't worry about the. Actually, now that I've changed my mind, we're not going to get the.
Jump
the-
on that
the wax
post.
and
Jump
the
on
tan
that
at all.
post. 1,000 likes. Like our page. Like that post. And let's be entertained. At least during all the pressure and stuff. that we're putting
Yeah,
stuff
nah,
under.
I'm leaning more towards the nah. Anyway, that's us.